Hi, I'm Jorgen Strand Larsen. This is my first with JD. Okay, first football memory. Yeah, it has to be the first time I played the football cup in Norway. The first game I played was 5-5 and I scored all the 5 goals, so yeah, that's a good memory. Couldn't get that 6th goal to win the game, but I think that's why I decided to be a striker, so it was a good game. First person you spoke to at Wolves, outside of my football teammates, it was Lisa, of course, the great Lisa. She's really nice with us, helps us with everything here at the club. But the first teammate I probably spoke to was Hugo Bueno. We share a little bit of the same history. He's from Vigo. I played in Vigo, so we had a little bit to talk about, and I speak Spanish with him also, and he's a really good lad, so he was probably the first one I talked to. First football match you went to? Gotta be... I think I went to a national team game when I was really little, like 4 or 5 years old, with my dad. So it's always been a dream to, go play with the national team. And yeah, I can't believe I'm sitting here at 24 and actually playing for the national team, so that's a great honor. But it's not gonna stop here, that's for sure. First pair of football boots. I used to wear Adidas F50s all the time when I was young. And now I'm also still in an Adidas contract, so they are back with the F50s now, so I'm probably gonna need to change back to them, but they were great football shoes. I scored a lot of goals in them. First football shirt, I think it was at the same game where I went with the national team game with my father. I can't remember who we played against, but I got a Norwegian national team shirt. So I was wearing it all the time, to school, to the kindergarten, everywhere. So first conversation with the manager, yeah, with the gaffer we had already a few good conversations, but before coming here in person we had a good talk over the phone, and he's presenting me all the things we're working on in the club, both outside of the pitch and of course on the pitch, and I have a really good feeling that it's going to be a good year both for me and the team. So he made me feel welcome from the first moment, and I really appreciate that. First person you told about coming to Wolves has to be my mom and dad, of course, and my sisters. The family always comes first, so my agent of course knew it already, but yeah, to call my parents and my sisters to tell them I'm here coming to play at Wolves in the biggest league in the world, it was a sad moment, and it was a proud moment for all of us. And I remember when I was 16 going to Sarpsborg for my first time. I had to move out at 16-year-old. My mom didn't want me to go. We were crying. We were like, how is this gonna go? And then 8 years later, I'm sitting here in this chair playing for Wolves, and yeah, it was bringing back a lot of memories, and it was a proud moment for our family. First time I went to the USA. I've actually never been to the USA, so it's an amazing feeling to be here right now with the teammates. We are enjoying the time here, but I would like to see more, of course, and I would like to come back because it's a nice place here. First thing you bought when you become a professional player? Probably all the guys are saying watches and stuff, but no, I don't have too much of that. I'm not sure. Maybe some nice pair of shoes. I like shoes, so I probably have too many of them. So it's probably bought some shoes. First football hero. Growing up, I had two very big football heroes. Fernando Torres was one of them. Following the Premier League since I was young. And of course Zlatan Ibrahimovic, he's always there. As a Scandinavian, you have to follow him. He was a monster. So these two guys always been with me since I was little. First time I came to England, I'm not sure, but I remember we played a football tournament in Leicester actually with the Norwegian team one time. I scored a goal, of course, and I've been to a few trials here also as a young kid for other clubs in England. So I've been here a few times, also watching a few games and been to London and stuff. So I like it here in England. But it's the first time I'm in Wolverhampton, so I also like that place. First celebrity you asked for a photo. I haven't met that many celebrities. I have a big photo with Cristiano Ronaldo from last year. We played against each other in a friendly game, the first of the season, Al Nassr against Celta Vigo, and I scored a hat-trick. So I had that drive in me to go get that photo. So I never actually ask for photos, even if I see someone really famous on the street or something. But yeah, that was a good feeling getting that photo, and I hope that he would say like, you scored a hat-trick, well done or something, but he didn't do that. But probably he recognized me, so that was a good moment for me. First pet, I have had a few. The first pet I had was a cat called Torres. First international call-up, yeah, that's a good question, because under COVID in 2020 I got called up to the first team of Norway because all the players were in quarantine, couldn't be able to play. So Hala and all of the guys from the national team, they couldn't play, so they had to bring a whole new team in. That's when I got my first international game as a 20-year-old, and it was a really big moment. But I have a really good competition, so it's difficult to play a lot of games. We have Haaland playing, of course, for City, scoring a lot of goals, and Sørloth also, who has been also in the Premier League before and doing really well in La Liga. So the competition is high, but I'm gonna step up my game this season. First song on your playlist at the moment. Then I need my phone. Thank you. It's probably gonna be Lil Baby, because it's one of my favorite. Yeah, it is. Right now it's Who I Want by Lil Baby and Lil Durk. So I like a little bit of American rap. That's a good one when we're in America. Thank you. First pre-match ritual or superstition? Yeah, I got a few of those. Probably all the footballers have, but it's right sock on first, right boots on, right shin pads, and then always the last thing I do before going out is put on my shirt. Don't really know why, but it's been stuck with me for a few years now, so I'm never messing with that. Then if I mess with that, that's the reason why we lose the game or something. So I don't. Then I can only blame myself after a game, nothing else. You know, that's the best way to do it. First time you saw yourself in a video game? It was probably in FIFA a few years ago in my Norwegian club. I was really bad, really bad rating, 52 I think it was. All my friends were making fun of me, and I said, come on, you are not in the game, you cannot tell this to me, you know. So first time you felt nervous before a match. Yeah, growing up you always feel a little bit nervous if you play a final or something in the cup, but most of the times I've been feeling quite comfortable playing football matches. It was one time I remember really well. It was 2 years ago, one of my first games for Celta Vigo, playing against Barcelona at Camp Nou, standing next to Robert Lewandowski. I was thinking, wow, what happens now? You know, like how I'm gonna manage this? And I went on to play one of my best games ever in that game, and we lost unfortunately 1-0. But you are nervous for like 5-10 seconds before the whistle goes, and then you like boom, you forget it. So first sports team you supported as a kid? Yeah, as been living in Norway, we always have some teams in England we support, but I think as a young kid I always supported AC Milan also. So it was impossible to say no when we were dreaming of playing there as a kid. As I told you, Zlatan was one of my favorite idols also growing up, so it was a big moment for me. Also in Norway there is, of course, other sports that are really popular. You have handball, of course, you have ice hockey, so my local ice hockey team was really big for me. I played also actually ice hockey for a few years. It's called Komet, but nothing really big. They've been up and down in the first division the last year. And in America there's actually a guy, Mats Zuccarello. He's playing in the NHL. Really good, talented hockey player, and I've been following him for a long time because he's a really good player. So I've also been following a little bit the ice hockey in America, and I think that's an amazing sport. It's a lot better than in Norway for sure, so don't worry. The first concert I went to was actually Eminem, I think, as a 16, 17-year-old. I've not been to many concerts. We are playing too much football, so we don't have time. But hopefully I can get to new ones in the next years. Cheers, mate.
Nice one, mate.